Hello, this is Arthur Hill with StockCharts.com, and you are tuned into a video edition of the Mailbag. Today, a user writes in to wonder why aren't the volume-based indicators being updated? Well, we have a very good answer for that question coming up. So here's a chart of Cisco, and this is for November 14th during the day. And you can see that the stock gapped down, and it's down big. And volume is big. Volume is the highest since mid-August. And so with this big decline on big volume, you would expect OBV to be moving lower. And you look down in the indicator window and you see that OBV is still on the upswing. It hasn't taken into account today's data. And why is that? Well, there are two reasons. The first is volume is going to change throughout the day. And the second is the price data is going to change throughout the day. So if we update OBV now, and other volume indicators for that matter, we'd be doing it on data that is incomplete, so to speak. It's not definitive. And if we want to judge an indicator, we need to have definitive and complete data. And so that's why the volume-based indicators at StockCharts.com are updated after the period ends. So for a daily bar, that would be when the day ends, after the close. For a 30-minute bar, that would be at the end of each 30-minute period. That data would be updated and the volume-based indicator would be updated. So how can you tell if it's been updated or not? Well, when you look on this chart, you can see it's for November 14th at 10:43 a.m. And if you look at on-balance volume on the left, you can see it's dated November 13th. So that tells you that today's data has not yet been included for this indicator. So what if you really need to see what this indicator is doing today? Well, you can turn to an intraday chart. And let's see how that looks. So here's a 30-minute chart for Cisco going back over the last 10 days. And you can see we've got three 30-minute bars on the 14th of November. And we got the first one, of course, on huge volume. And you can see that OBV has accordingly declined sharply. So you could back this chart up. You could look at a 60-minute chart over a 2-month period if you want to get a bigger picture. Now, you'll notice that the most recent bar is incomplete, that most recent 30-minute bar. And there is some volume. And you can see a little space between OBV and the current bar. And that is because OBV has yet to be updated to include the current bar and volume. And we know why. At the end of the 30-minute period, when that data is complete and it will not change, then the data and the indicator will be updated. Now, you say, well, why not update it during the day? Well, you can see with Cisco, nothing is probably going to change with OBV. It's going to decline sharply because this is a huge gap that is unlikely to be filled. But say we opened at 23.5. Well, there's a possibility that the market could rally and it would close above 24. And so OBV would switch from negative to positive. And keep in mind, OBV is based on closing prices. So you really don't know where OBV is going to go until the close. And that's why we wait for the close. So if you want to learn about OBV or any of the other, I think we chart about 10 different volume-based indicators in our SharpCharts workbench. Go to our chart school and you'll find detailed articles on how to use these. And that concludes today's video on volume-based indicators. Thanks very much for tuning in and have a great day.